This week, while most people think of Torrey as the gateway to Capitol Reef, the folks from Wayne County are showing off some different ways to enjoy the remarkable terrain of southern Utah.
Then, past the reservoir and through the woods to Ferron's off-road trails we go, as the AYL crew grabs the side-by-side and chases down the last of the fall colors.
And finally, what did you do for Halloween? We'll give you one idea for next year that is a cross between Oktoberfest and Nightmare on Elm Street. It's all headed your way now. At Your Leisure is next. Well, that's our vantage point today, looking across the Water Pocket Fold over Capitol Reef National Park and the snow-capped Henry Mountains.
All that white stuff is snow.
That is, and we've got a little bit of snow with us today.
Summer's over.
Hello everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Kevin Mortensen.
And I'm Gina Mortensen.
And this is Shelby, and tell them where we are today.
Wayne County.
Obviously, if that's Capitol Reef National Park, we're in Wayne County, one of our favorite places. We love coming riding out here. We're with Jaquel Pace, who is with Wayne County, and she's showing us the trail that's right out of Torrey. What's it called? The
Sand Creek.
The Sand Creek Trail, and it brings you up here where you have these great vistas, these amazing overlooks. But we're gonna let her tell you about it, and we're gonna make our way on down the trail.
Today we came into Torrey and went up the Sand Creek Road right there in Torrey and hit the Sand Creek Trail and just have had nonstop fun since.
Even though it's a fall day, you can experience every season in Wayne County. You really can experience all the seasons. But it's a fall, and then it's beautiful desert mountain, and then all of a sudden there's snow, and there's still a little bit of some gold leaves around, but it's been so beautiful. The views just don't get much better than this.
One of my favorite parts of the trail today on the Great Western Trail, we actually seen some bear sign, a little bear print. That was pretty cool. One of my favorite parts today was looking out across the valley, seeing the green farmer's fields still, and yet being above the snow line. You don't normally see that. You don't see the green fields and the snow, like Adi said. All 4 seasons today for sure. It's been beautiful.
For us, I truly think that it's the best of all worlds. You don't get to go somewhere and have the red rock and the mountains and the reservoirs and the Quakies and the pines. I mean, there's such a vast beauty that it just draws in everyone. Everyone wants to come and hike and mountain bike and ride 4-wheelers and fish, and I mean it just has everything. It appeals to everyone.
We definitely live in a vacationer's dream.
Right. I call it a little slice of heaven.
There's nothing like it. There's nothing like a day on the mountain. No. Nothing can replace it. Everyone can have, they can have Disneyland, they can have the malls. We'll take our mountain.
And I truly think it's so good for the soul. It's good to be out in nature and breathe in that fresh air and kind of see above and see a new perspective on life.
Absolutely gorgeous today.
Well, we're having an absolute blast here on the Sand Creek Trail out in Wayne County, and our riding group is a lot of fun. It's indicative of the best of Wayne County. The people are just so fun to hang out with, and this trail is absolutely amazing. But look what we found.
Team Shelby.
We got Team Shelby. We found the 2.
She called it Shelby Squad.
Shelby Squad.
SS.
We found the 2 cutest Shelbys in the entire state. Look at this. And so we had to get her on camera and come up and say hi.
Hi.
Hi. We're having a lot of fun.
We always have a lot of
This
fun.
is a great trail. I haven't done the Sand Creek Trail in a lot of years, but we're going to grab Shelby Squad, load them in the machines, keep going up the trail, show you guys what I think is the best of Wayne County.
And we'll send you off to see this week's where to.
Emery County, Utah splits the difference between lakes and trees and cliffs and sand. And the town of Ferron lets visitors decide what backdrop they want for their recreation and enjoyment. The Van Dyke LaSalle or the San Rafael Swell. Well, today the pursuit of stunning fall colors takes us west of Ferron, past Millside State Park, and on a ride around Big Mountain.
It's 10 minutes and you're in the mountains, or 10 minutes and you're in the desert, so you get a little bit of the best of both worlds. In the summertime, it's nice and cool up here. It's just relaxing. Get away from all the hustle and bustle. And we are at Wrigley Reservoir. Fishing's usually decent. Get out here and relax and just enjoy it.
The Mad Sal National Forest has no shortage of great spots for camping and fishing. Just past Ferron Reservoir is one of the highest elevation roads in America, the Skyline Drive. The 100-mile-long Scenic Backway is a gravel road that winds its way along the top of the Wasatch Mountain Range. The views are tremendous. It's essentially one continuous scenic overlook and serves as the backbone of the Arapeen Trail system. Most parts of the Skyline Drive are best enjoyed with a high-clearance vehicle, off-road vehicle, ATV, or a side-by-side.
We've had the T-Rex for about 2 years now, and we come up quite a bit and ride. We do a lot of hunting here too, so we do that off of the side-by-sides. About midwinter, it gets too much snow up here and you can't get around up here with the side-by-sides unless you have tracks or something.
I like spring the best. Not too hot, not too cold. You can still get up on the mountain, you can get out on the desert. Bugs aren't bad.
The incredible color-changing leaves of the quaking aspen trees make the fall truly the most gorgeous time to be up on the mountain. The town of Ferron offers all the services and amenities that you'll need in your travels, but it still has a small town charm.
I like it. It's nice and small. Everybody kind of knows everybody and gets along fairly good, so plan a couple days so you can do the mountain and the desert, because you can ride to both of them just out of town. Now, this time of year is a good time to ride the desert too, because it's kind of cool.
So the next time the family can't decide on mountains or desert, remember that Ferron in central Utah gives you both. I'm Chad Booth for this week's Where To.
This week's What's New is a safety tip brought to you by the Utah Four-Wheel Drive Association and the Utah AYLTV program.
Hi, I'm Matt Westrich with the Utah Four-Wheel Drive Association. This is my associate, Brett Davis, with the Utah Offroad Recovery Team, and we're out here with At Your Leisure, and we're going over essentials of recovering yourself in the field and stuff to help keep you from getting stuck in the first place. So Brett, what do you got for us today?
Well, I've got a lot of equipment here that we use for recoveries to help safely recover your vehicle. And oftentimes the best way to get unstuck is to not get stuck in the first place. And one of the ways of doing that is to air down your tires. We've got an ARB tire deflator kit here. Once it's removed, you can use the valve to quickly deflate the tire to whatever you want, rather than usually you pull out the valve core and maybe you drop it or lose it. This keeps everything contained inside the tool and allows for a very quick deflation of your tires. One that I really like to use, I have a set of these. These screw onto your valve stems and air your tires down while you're driving. They're preset to whatever PSI you like to drive at.
Now what's really cool is when you stop hearing them let air out, you know they're done.
You know they're done. If you do happen to find yourself stuck, you can use a set of traction boards to stick underneath your tires, or even use them as a shovel to help dig yourself out. Of course, it's often nice to have an actual shovel. Dig yourself out, make a path. Got gloves, communication equipment, first aid kit. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you want to stay safe while you're doing it. If you have a buddy with you, sometimes just a simple tug will get your vehicle out. And for something like that, you want to use what we call a kinetic rope or kinetic strap, which works like a big rubber band. and uses the other vehicle's momentum to help your vehicle get out of the snow or the mud. And we want to make sure that as we're using a winch, we are using safe gear when we're doing it. We're connecting the pieces of equipment together safely with a screw pin bow shackle made by Crosby. It has the working load limit rating right on the shackle. You want to make sure that you use properly rated and quality shackles. This is an endless loop. We use this to create a bridle between toe points on a vehicle so that we don't pull too much on one side or the other. Depending on the situation, you want to do that so that you don't twist the frame while you're pulling the vehicle out. Sometimes to reduce the load on a winch, we can use a pulley block. Put your winch line through here, attach it to the vehicle that's getting winched, and you can reduce the load on the winch, or if, depending on how your vehicles are set up, you can use this to redirect your pull.
You know, and let's not forget our ABC fire extinguisher, because that's all around fire extinguisher for chemical fires, electrical fires, everything you can encounter in your vehicle in the woods.
No doubt about it, Sarge. When you need this stuff, you got to make sure you have it in your rig and not at home. This is the essential gear that I make sure is in my rig every time I go out. Thanks, Big Sarge.
Brett, thank you. It's great having you out here with the Utah Offroad Recovery Team. I'm Big Sarge with the Utah Four-Wheel Drive Association, and this has been brought to you by the Utah OHV program.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We just had an amazing lunch courtesy of Jaquel, and she makes amazing sloppy joes and Rice Krispies.
Look, if you need the recipe for some really unique, amazing Rice Krispies. Did you say amazing? Did I say amazing?
I don't.
These are fantastic Rice Krispies. They got like some sea salt in them. Call the
salted caramel, you
just
guys.
call the Wayne Commission Chambers. She'll give you the recipe.
Yum.
I'm
there
sure
was
of it.
no chocolate, and I ate the whole thing.
Hey, listen, we have met up with, and we're continuing on with the Shelby squad, right? This Shelby, it's hard to tell them apart. They're both so cute. But I think this one lives with us in Central Valley. Where do you live, Shelby?
Bicknell, Utah.
In Bicknell, so just right over there. Well, thank you for coming and riding with us today with your grandma and grandpa. We're having a great time out here. Look, Wayne County is beautiful. There's really everything out here that you need. From Hanksville to Loa.
Hanksville's your gateway to Lake Powell, right?
Yeah, you go through Hanksville to get to Lake Powell, that's right.
And there's Capitol Reeve.
And Loa to go home for us.
For us.
Look, Wayne County is under a lot of pressure from environmental groups to close these trails down. 98% of this county is federal lands, and they want to close more of it off. So what this county needs more than anything right now is people who respect the land and want to keep the trails open, who respect the use of these trails, to come down here and spend money, buy gas, get groceries.
Support local businesses.
Yep, eat at the restaurants.
There's a local bakery, I need to find it.
There is. Use these trails, clean up after yourselves.
Absolutely.
You know what I hear is down this trail? Cathedral Valley. At least we get to see it from the top.
We should go check it out.
You know what? Come right along with us as we go check out something really neat that's just over that hill. Let's get out of here.
We love riding this trail straight out of the garage. Get on this trail and forget the world. Take twice the time that you think you'll need. Spend a little more time, don't rush yourself. You'll enjoy it more.
Relax and enjoy it. Beautiful scenery.
I think it's the versatility. You can load up and spend 2 or 3 nights in the forest, or you can pack picnic for the day, and to have this blue sky is not unusual all winter long. Just pretty sunshine and blue skies. Take the side-by-side and go find some trails.
The weather's predicting or permitting, then that's what we do. We just take off.
Just this space, being out in this wilderness space, and getting a chance to ride with pals on my dirt bike, which I've neglected for too long. And then we're just rolling into this cool space, and here's all these nice folks, and it's a beautiful day. Just to come around the bend and have a view like this, I mean, that's why you're here. This is amazing.
A whole little dirt therapy. Twist and throttle and these beautiful views and this beautiful weather. Yeah, and the folks we meet, and it's great. We love it down here. I like the diversity from the desert. It's like wet right now, and so all that sand you usually get is really tacky and fun. and the red rocks all the way to the pine trees. It's been great. The elevation changes and the vistas are pretty epic and great. Great day.
All right, now looking out over Cathedral Valley, there's Factory Butte, and if you look way off in the distance, those are the LaSalle Mountains, which means that haze is coming from Moab, probably.
It's all Moab's fault. Just kidding. I'm thinking of snow-capped mountains.
Well,
like everywhere.
Look, give me my hat. Look, that's why I'm wearing the Grill Off-Road hat today, because this white's just not working for me.
It makes you look older and
I think
wiser.
I'm going to let my black hair grow back in. Next time you see me, it might be black.
Listen, okay, so the snow-capped mountains have been nice and pretty to look at, but they provided us with moisture, and we've not had that all summer long. We've been covered in dust all summer, and for the first time ever, there's mud everywhere.
Nice to do a little bit of mud bogging, and the Stedman's Yamaha has been an absolute champ getting us up this trail and it's a little dirty. I'm glad I don't have to wash it.
We don't have to wash it?
No, that's not my job.
Whose job is it?
This is my job.
I'm sorry for whoever
we're going to go get it muddier for whoever's job it is, and we're going to send you guys off to check out this week's Along the Way, sponsored by Rocky Mountain ATV.
Squeals and screeches are the sounds of Halloween, but when the screeching comes from spinning tires, scary takes on a whole new dimension. The Beer and Fear Festival at Motorsports Campus in Tooele. It's a new way to get your adrenaline pumping during the fright season. One way or another, this festival will find a way to scare the daylights out of you.
So today we're out at Utah Motorsports Campus, and they're hosting this Beer and Fear Festival. It's been going on all month. This is the last weekend that we're doing it. We've been doing ride-alongs in the drift cars throughout the whole month.
People of all ages can enjoy these festivities.
I am the general manager here at Utah Motorsports Campus, been in the position about 3 years, so I have direct oversight of all operations in the facility. With that, we have an amazing team that I wouldn't be able to do my job without. Obviously, it's a big place, we have a lot of moving parts, and with that comes a lot of staff and individuals to help the place really make sense. We are primarily a motorsports venue, as in the name, Utah Motorsports Campus. However, we do a lot of other things, a lot of internal and external events. You know, prime example you see here, as you mentioned, the Beer and Fear event. So this is an event we brought up coming off the heels of our success with Oktoberfest last year. Halloween is a big holiday for many people right behind Christmas. It's been really good. We've got a haunted house, zombie paintball where you can get on a bus, actually shoot zombies, a haunted drive-in movie, about 40 to 50 different types of beer from local breweries around the state, other haunted activities, and this is our first event.
You know, with all there is to do at Utah Motorsports Campus, it can provide an excellent opportunity of attracting a diverse demographic of people. It's not just about motorsports. It's become an overall event and entertainment venue.
So around me here was 50 kinds of beer and the haunted houses. That's what we want to see. Spooky season.
The scare actors might make you think that they have a questionable diet, but they do a great job. And they have fun doing it.
It's a blast. I love it. I've had a couple of people pee their pants, a couple of people, you know, almost pass out. It's exciting. It's fun to see all different ages and people coming out to have fun.
And if getting scared is fun for you, there are plenty of frights in the haunted house to have you screaming to the exit. If you need to calm your nerves and relax a little, there are some delicious food and beverage options just to get you in the mood for more fun.
I'm at UMC Race Course, and it's Beer and Fear Fest right now, and we're serving up many different kinds of craft beers. Oh, it's been wonderful. The turnout has been great. People love to come and shoot zombies and go through the haunted house, and of course drink some beer and stay warm.
Well, of course, with all this amusement, there are smiles all around.
Yeah, so some people get in like, I've never done this before, I don't know what to expect, and you know, usually that's when we go a little bit closer just to add some excitement. But for the most part, people they just enjoy it. You know, we haven't had anyone say, "Hey, stop" or anything like that. So I've been driving for about 12 years. Nick and I both drive together, and so we have this experience that we're inviting people to come do, right? Where we drive together, and having two drift cars is a lot more fun than one because we're doing this tight back and forth tandem, and it just makes it more exciting. And when we load, you know, 3 people in each car and just back and forth, and people are looking at each other, looking at their friends out of the window. It's fun to give people their first ride along where they've never experienced it before, and kind of see their reaction.
With this week's Along the Way, I'm Terry Wood.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure.
You know, we've had a great time out here today. We hope you've enjoyed coming along with us as we've explored some parts of Wayne County that hopefully you haven't seen. Hopefully you'll want to get out here and check them out with us. But this show's rolling right along. We're getting towards the end of it. And so you don't want to see us. Let's send you guys off to preview next week's show, and we'll see you back here in a minute.
Next week, the dinosaurs are coming out to play as Kevin and I are joining the 3rd annual UTV rally in Bullfrog Valley, based out of the beautiful Tickaboo Lodge.
And we're taking a look at some of the most remote riding trails in the state that offer some of the best overlooks you'll ever see as the AYL crew heads back to Vernal.
Finally, as the seasons begin to change, many people recognize the sights of the fall leaves. But what about the sounds? Tune in next week as Reese Stein introduces the sounds of fall as the Sandhill Crane migration gets underway. Now, let's take a look at our contest winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Carrie Rhodes Stanley, and it looks like she's going to win a $400 gift certificate to Ryfab.
Ryfab offers the best custom metal fabrication for your rig. Visit ryfab.com for more information.
Congratulations, Carrie, and be sure to call us at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize.
Next week's show looks great.
Hey, good job, and you definitely don't miss next week's show, and we're glad you didn't miss this week's show. I want to thank Jaquel for inviting us out here to Wayne County. Of course, we like coming to Wayne County. It doesn't take much to get us out here, but everybody else, thanks for coming along and riding with us. We've lost a few. There's a George Strait concert in Richfield, and so that was, they're there. But guys, we had a good time today, didn't we? We saw some stuff. This is a great place to come and ride. But you know what? This is only a half-hour show, and you know where we're at right now? We're almost to the end of it. We're just about out of time. Remember to check back here next week, same time, same place. And as you make your way around Utah, remember that there's adventure around every bend.
You just have to get out there and create it yourself
at your leisure.
leisure.